Want to buy a bunch of real estate properties and become a huge real estate investor, but you got no money and no credit? I've been there too, but I've raised over $50 million, all from social media mostly, and I'm gonna share with you exactly how to do the exact same so you can buy unlimited real estate and finally become the large real estate investor that you probably want to be. Stay tuned. What's up, Fruitful investors? Welcome to my YouTube channel where yes, I am a YouTuber, but I'm also a real estate investor and real entrepreneur doing real shit in the background, not just up here on YouTube talking about it. So if you're like me, you wanna grow your real estate investing business, but you're introverted and asking people for money, even friends, family, or especially strangers is very, very weird. I feel you, it's not the most comfortable thing to ask, but in this video, I'm gonna share with you exactly how I attracted all of this money without having to go to people and shake their hands and all this weird stuff like we were taught to do in 1973. Okay, this is a new world, a new way we can do things, and I'm gonna share with you exactly how to attract all these joint venture partners, which on how I think is the actual easy way and not the hard way of all that old crap. So number one, the first thing you gotta do is figure out what you want to invest in and what you want your life to look like as a real estate investor. So this is some little woo-woo shit, little hippie stuff we have to get through first, because everybody just wants to get right into the content. But honestly, before you even get into the real estate investing, what do you want your life to look like? You know, what kind of properties do you want to own? Single family, multifamily, student properties, Airbnbs, they're all completely different. And you have to pick one at the beginning. I'll tell you why. But for me, when I started off, I knew single family was kind of the best route for me. It was something that I understood. You know, I was a carpenter at that time, renovating single family homes. I live in a single family home. I get what they look like. I get how to renovate them, more or less at that time. They attract the highest quality tenant. These tenants are more career focused. They have families. They're less likely to move because they have families and they want to raise their kids. And I just didn't want to deal with tenant turnovers and all this stuff all the time. So, you know, that's kind of why I gravitated towards single family properties. But maybe you want to do multifamilies, right? Because you think buying multiple properties under one roof makes the most sense. Multifamilies have much higher cash flow generally because you have so many tenants under one mortgage kind of thing. Or maybe you want to do student properties, kind of one of the highest cash flow properties, but you know, the most risk because they're students, they're gonna break shit for sure. So you just keep that in mind, have a budget for maintenance. Or Airbnbs, which is like more of a very active business. It's not really passive real estate investing. It's definitely a business. So if you gravitate more towards that, maybe that's what you wanna do. Maybe that's what you want your life to look like. Hey, sorry to interrupt the video. I know you're learning something cool and I love to give you investing tips here on YouTube every single week. But if you wanna accelerate your growth and cut years off your investing journey, yo, I can just give you all of my secrets. Check the courses out below. Whether you want the exact materials and products that I use on my flips and rental properties, I have a course for that. I give you all the links to everything we buy in all of our properties. If you wanna learn how I raised over $50 million all from videos like this on YouTube and Instagram, I have a course for that. I'll show you how to attract joint venture partners like this. Or if you want personal one-on-one coaching from me and a ton more, see the links below. Anyway, just want to let you know, enjoy the rest of the video. These are very, very important questions to answer first before you do anything, because this leads to number two, which is becoming an expert. So once you pick what you want your life to look like or like what kind of investment you're gonna dive into, become an expert at that one thing and don't deviate for a little bit. So for example, when I started off, like I said, I did single families only and I shouted it from the top of my lungs everywhere. Guys, I do single family properties. I made YouTube video after YouTube video after YouTube video. You can see it on this channel going back to 2012. I made hundreds literally of videos on single family properties, why they were the best, why I knew them the best, how I renovated them, why I was the best candidate, you know, for partners and clients. You know, I was the best at them. In my area, I was the best. Which is kind of the second thing, that is pick an area as well. So for me, like I said, single family properties in Kitchener-Waterloo, Ontario, Canada. So, which if you don't know where that is, it's an hour south of Toronto. I'm sure you know where Toronto is. So that's what I told the message, single family properties in Kitchener-Waterloo only. People will call me, realtors, clients, friends, Matt, I got this sweet deal in Toronto. I got this sweet deal in Buffalo. I got this sweet deal in Florida. You should check this out. No man, I only do single family properties in Kitchener-Waterloo, Ontario, Canada. People were like, dude, you're so weird. Like there's deals everywhere. I said, trust me, I know what I'm doing, I hope at that time, but I'm a specialist and all I do is this one thing. Now it kind of sucked at the beginning because like I was just focusing on one little town, but what happened is the more I talked about it, the more videos I made about like, I know this area so well. I know what the rents go for on every single street. I know what the properties sell for. I know exactly how to renovate these properties to attract that nice quality tenant so that we have a very boring rental property and very easy. That message was attracting a very specific type of partner, someone who also wanted boring and didn't want to lose all their money on some risky investment, someone who also wanted, you know, nice quality tenants but had no idea how to invest in real estate. They didn't have the time for it. They had a full-time job, they had their family most likely. They just had no time to pick up this other hobby or other investment strategy and figure it out. But I did, because I was in my early 20s, I had no kids, and all I did was just focusing and just grinding. So people are like, dude, you know exactly what you're doing. You know this type of property inside and out. You know the city inside and out. I happen to want to invest in this city. I'm watching your videos on YouTube. Dude, you know exactly what you're doing. Here's my money, please invest it, and let's get going. I got so many partners, it was unbelievable. And that's how I've raised over $50 million from social media, which I'll talk to you in a bit. But it's absolutely insane, but it's all because I was an expert and a specialist. People want to work with experts. Why? They don't want to lose their hard-earned money. They worked really hard for this money. They don't want to lose it. So people gravitate towards experts, just like I'm sure you do. An example I always give is, let's say you break your foot skateboarding and you have to go get surgery. Do you want to get surgery from a foot specialist where all they do is fix broken feet all day? Or do you want to go with the general surgeon? The general surgeon got taught, you know, pretty much what to do. They'll fix you up pretty good. But the specialist that does feet all day is gonna let you walk out of the hospital perfect, okay? I'd rather go to the foot specialist, doctor, whatever they're called, right? So same thing for you, I'm assuming, and same thing for real estate partners. Number 3, you wanna build your system. So who's on your team? Mortgage brokers, realtors, lawyers, contractors. You wanna build all this and have a massive machine so that when you do get partners, everything's lined up, they're taken care of, the deals are getting renovated right on time, and you can tell that message to your partners. Dude, I got the whole team. Like, if you invest with me, we're all ready to go. And that's exactly what I did with all my properties. And what I showed constantly on my social media was, you know, us killing these renovations. The before and afters were insane. People were like, this is amazing. Like, I can't wait to get in on this. And because I was showing my team, I was showing my other realtors on the team, I was showing my mortgage broker, I was showing the contractors and showing the process. And people really believed in the team and the product that they were going to get. So like, everybody watching me knew the exact product they were gonna get if they should have invested with me, because I was showing the before and after videos. So I was just showing everything, right? So people knew exactly what they were gonna get. There's no ifs, ands, or buts. There's no, like, you know, weird feelings about it. Is this guy gonna take me for a ride? You know, I was buying properties every month and showing them, so people were like, yeah, he's probably gonna do the same for me. And so I did, right? So build your system and show the system. And leads me to number 4, which is super important to all of this, is build your social media. So this is how I've done it. Like I said at the beginning of this video, the way people normally tell you to raise capital is like go to meetings, shake people's hands, show them a spreadsheet, show them a presentation. If you invest with me, you get 7.7% cash on cash return on your property. Nobody gives a fuck about your shitty ass PowerPoint presentation anymore in 2022. And this is what I knew when I started in like 2015, when I really started kicking ass with the social media and telling people this is what I do, come partner with me, was I was showing the lifestyle rather than PowerPoints. You know, have you ever, for example, have you ever been given a deal or, you know, shown someone a deal where the cash flow makes sense? And I knew this as a realtor with clients who weren't super serious. I'd show them these properties. Hey man, it's gonna cash flow $300 a month. Here are the numbers. Here's the exact numbers to the penny. Like, the deal totally makes sense. You're gonna get a great quality tenant. It's gonna cash flow $303.02. You can see right here. And they went, nah, I don't know. I'll think about it. I'll get back to you. And then they just never bought it. Well, how come? Logically, it made sense. You told me you want to invest in real estate. I gave you one. The numbers are right here, plain as day. You can see the numbers. This deal makes total sense, but they still went, I don't know, I'll think about it. Why? It's because they weren't sold on the real emotional reasons on why they should buy this property. Everybody's just telling them all the numbers and the facts and the details. That's easy to get, but it's not emotional. Human beings are emotional. Dude, so what I said, dude, if you invest with me, you know, I'm gonna help you get more time to spend with your family, because you only go on vacation once a year, right? To like the Caribbean for 2 weeks at some shitty resort, right? Well, if you invest with me and, you know, we make 100 grand in a couple of years on one property, imagine if we bought like 3 or 4 of them, right? Like, you're gonna be able to maybe cut down on your hours at work. Instead of working till 5, maybe you can work only until 3 p.m. because now you have the option. You have all this money coming in, so you can tell your boss to suck it and you can go home early at 3, and now you can go pick up your daughter at school and drive her home instead of, you know, coming home pissed off at 5 after a long day of work. Your kids are screaming, you're walking into the crazy house. Like literally, that's the message I was like telling on YouTube, and I still kind of tell to this day. If you invest with me, you're gonna get more time with your kids. If you invest with me, you're gonna get more time to go on vacation with your wife. Dude, that's way more powerful than, the cash on cash return is 7.7%. Like nobody cares about that because it's just like a number. People don't feel it. They're like, yeah, I guess. But when you tell them, if you invest with me, I'm gonna help you change your life and get you in the right direction, way more motivating. So that all came from social media and the strategy. And if you wanna learn all these strategies, I'm telling you, I have a course below, Unlimited Cash, which teaches you my exact social media strategy, all the shit I just kind of told you about, what to say in the videos, how to say it without sounding cheesy and car salesman-y. Get those courses below. I tell you exactly how to do all of that. Number 5, you wanna lock up partners before you buy property. Now there's a big saying out there in real estate, if you find a good enough deal, the money will come. So that means lock up the deal first, advertise it, the money will come. It's true, it works for the most part, but a lot of times it doesn't work. So what I like to do is have the partners locked up before we even go property searching. So what I mean by that is I'm doing the videos, I'm doing the joint venture attraction stuff here on YouTube. People are contacting me all the time. Matt, please let me invest with you, please, right? Like, I'm not even exaggerating. People are literally begging me all the time. Let me invest with you, please. Okay, cool. So now you're on I'm gonna put you on my private list, right? These are the properties we're gonna be buying. When I find one, I'm gonna send it to you, but you're already locked up. You're in my back pocket already. I got tons of you guys in my back pocket already itching to buy the deal. So as soon as the deal comes up, I got warm, hot leads ready to go. They're not cold leads. They don't have to be pitched about the cash on cash return. They're ready to go. So whenever I bought properties, they were ready to go. So we would buy on day 1. You know, I knew exactly what I was looking for. I would say, hey Joe, I found one. It's on 123 Main Street. It meets the criteria. Matt, I'm in. We bought it just like that. Next partner lines up. Hey, I found another one just a few streets over. If it meets the Fruitful system, you want in? Yes, I want in. We bought it. So I already had them locked up in the back pocket, which I feel is the better strategy rather than finding the deal first, doing all that effort, locking it up, negotiating a deal, advertising it, and then nobody wants it. That's the worst case scenario. So I would highly recommend that you want to get your JV partners locked up first before you go shopping. And last but not least, just fucking do it. A lot of people just sit around just dreaming of what it would be like to be a real estate investor. I wish I could do it. I wish I could film the videos, but I'm a little introverted. I feel weird shooting the videos. Shoot the fucking videos, you wussy. Like literally, that's just all it comes down to. And that's what I'm talking about in the course as well. Do you want to be wealthy or not? Do you want to invest in real estate or not? Then just fucking do it. If you like this video, if you learned anything, smash that like button. Also hit that subscribe button. I'll see you in the next video.